Hello, gorgeous. Welcome to the Witch's Oracle. I'm Nina, and I'm going to be doing a tarot reading for you today. Today is Gemini, air sign, and focusing on that, I do, with my readings, numerology. I incorporate that in. So today is the first month of the year, so a beginning. And we're in the 20th, so 20 through 29. So the 2 represents patience. So the 9 represents completion. So complete patience, or patience until complete. It's the year 2020. So 2 is patience, and then 0, and then 2 is patience again, and then 0. So in numerology, that would be for 2020 would be 2 plus 2 is 4. But actually with 2020, someone brought to my attention that technically you would have 2 and 2, but that's not correct. Because 2 and 2 would be the final result. If you added it up and it would equal 22, then that would be a starseed number. But because it's 2020, you would add 2 plus 0 is 2, plus 2 is 4, plus 0 is 4. So that being said, we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So for today's date, we have 16, 1, the beginning, 6 of love. 1 and 6 is 7. So that's how we have 7. 7 is personal growth. If you didn't follow along with that, you can Google numerology and you'll get where I'm going with this. If you don't know your birth number, that's another thing you should Google and find out. You add, just like in today's date, January 1st, 29th, and the year 2020. You would add those numbers up together, and then you would get your birth number. So I'm doing all the air signs. So I already started with Aquarius. Now I'm moving on to Gemini, which is, you have Gemini, which is your symbol there. That's your air sign. And the planet is Mercury. And so your numerical numbers for your read is 5 and 3 for Gemini. And the reason that is, I'll show you over here, is with your cards, you have Gemini. If you can't see that, let me bring it closer. You have Gemini, which is 3. You have Mercury, which is 1 and 5. So like in today's date, I'm sorry, that's 1 and 6. With 1 and 5 equals 6, which is love. With today's date is 1 and 6. So 6, here you have 6. Today you have 1 and 7. Beginning of love. 6 is love, and then you add 1 and 6 together, which is 7. So you have 3, which is collaboration, communication. Here we have Mercury, which is 5 plus 1 is 6. So love. Mercury is of the mind. So the beginning of change to change your mind in regards to love. You're an air sign. Air signs are all about their thoughts, their mind. You have 2, which is patience. Is that not wanting to focus at all? Okay. 2, which is patience, and 5, which is change. And 5 and 2 is 7. Going back to where we started over here, which is, oh, my charger's getting in the way. Which is 2 and 5 is 7. And over here we have 7 for the date. So that incorporates those in. Gemini is 3 and Mercury is 5, and we have a 5 in air, which is where we come up with these numbers. That way you understand where I'm coming from when I say, oh, these numbers are hitting us. I'm pulling cards and getting started. Why does this feel fuzzy? Feels like it's not focusing very well. That's better. Okay. So now we're going to get started with our read. As always, I'm using my Burberry astrology cards. and I'm going to be using my Michelle Bachman numerology cards. All my cards you can get online for the most part. All you have to do is go and look for my unboxing and reviews on the decks. You'll get all the information that you need on those. Majority of them are on Walmart.com, Amazon.com, and they're usually all very reasonable, under $30 for the most part for most of my decks. All right, so for today's read, I'm going to be using the Dark Mansion. I use these for Aquarius as well. I haven't used these in a while, so I thought I would keep going with that. These, unfortunately, are no longer available. I bought these from the creator and ordered them from Poland, and they are no longer available for purchase. It's a first edition and collector's edition on that one. Next, I have the Lunar Nomad Oracle. I did buy this from a local witchery shop on my island. I do believe that you will be able to find this online. And I believe in the shop, I think I paid probably about $40, but online it would be a lot cheaper because on the island things are very expensive. So that's the Oracle deck that I'm going to be using. So we're going to start out with the numerology. And this is what I call Jesus Take the Wheel shuffling. I try not to control the cards. I let them literally fall where they may. And that way Spirit can give you the message that you need to get at this time. So as you can see, there's a few cards that are popping up, and those are the cards that I pull. Some jump out at you and some are just barely poking their heads out, which makes it a little difficult at times to get them. Okay. So the year is 2020, which is 2 plus 2, because zeros don't count, which is 4. It's the year of perseverance. So 1 is the beginning, new. This is the new, the beginning. 4 is perseverance. This is perseverance. So the beginning of perseverance is moderation. So 1 and 4 is 5, bringing in that 5 from our numerology from Gemini. So we have that. Next we have, as you see here in Mercury, we have a 1 and a 5, and in air we have a 2 and a 5. So 4 plus 1 is 5. Next we have spiritual partnership, 2 and 7. So 2 is in air, 2 and 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. So there's your 2 and there's your 7, personal growth. Patience with personal growth is spiritual partnership. And 7 plus 2 is 9. And today is the 29th. So 2 and 9. Next we have pride. This has come up in almost every single read that I've had in the last 6 readings, which is, it's just crazy. The beginning of completion, 1 and 9 is 10, which is karma. 10 is karma. So this is the beginning of completion, so pride. And 9. There's our numerology. All right. This is the Dark Mansion. I absolutely love this. Is the limited collector's edition. It is edged, and I don't know if you could see the sparkle from the sliding or not, but they are so sparkly. It's almost like a Tim Burton-esque excuse me, style cards, and I swear it almost looked like that's a real jewel. And I really like the box as well. It reminds me of the Haunted Mansion, Disney, with a Tim Burton, that whole vibe going on. So these I ordered directly from Poland from the creator. It was over $100 ish for the for the deck. And again, these are no longer for sale. You can go on some of the tarot websites where they have the tarot trades and see if anyone's selling their deck if you're interested. Hard to not move other cards while you're trying to grab the cards that are poking out. When I do move other cards, I go back and tap, and you can see here, to see how this card is not wanting to go back in. So I'll go in there and I'll pull that card. Though they're quiet, they're still wanting to come out. And then I always check the bottom of the deck just to see what's going on. And then we can always circle back. Last card I pulled on top, first card's on the bottom, so we're going to start on the bottom. I read differently than anybody else, so trust me, just follow with me and you'll either love it or hate it. That's all I can say. Everyone does their own kind of thing. We're starting out with the Two of Cups, so bringing in 2 from air, which is patience. It can also be partnership, sharing. We have 2 of Cups. Cups are emotions. So with 2 of Cups, harmony, happy, when you look at this, you definitely would think 2 of Cups is romantic because it definitely has that feel to it. 2 of Cups doesn't always have to be romantic when you're talking about cups as emotions. 2 could be a partnership. It could be a balancing of, but it's very harmonious. Next, we have the King of Pentacles. Ooh, that's good. King of Pentacles. Pentacles is domestic. A king is like the ruler, the protector, very masculine energy, older, wiser. King of Pentacles. Sometimes with the King of Pentacles, it could be opulence. So this, you can see in here, this green is drawing me towards, over here, towards moderation. Maybe it's time for a little moderation there. Next, we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands comes in hot. He's just ready to go, ready to battle. It's taking action. It's a fire sign. It's kind of acting before you think it all the way through. This card's definitely pride all day. All day. Not always a bad thing. You know, if you go in and you're wanting to protect and you wanting to take care of, protect your pride, the pack, all that stuff. King of Swords. Swords is air, is our thought. So Gemini. The World in your hands, ready for battle, stone-faced. Gemini, you know that you are 2 sides of one coin. Yin and yang, this and that, hot and cold, love and hate, calm and angry. All of these things. Gemini, you know this about yourself. You're the twins. Death. So we have karma, and then we have communication. We have 13, which breaks down to 4. So in this respect, with this death card, it's definitely the end of something. So with pride, we have 10. We have karma, the death of something ending, something else needing to begin. Oh, there we go. Something to begin. Ace of Swords, the new beginning. The new beginning, new thoughts, new ideas. learning from mistakes. The king of swords, then we have the ace of swords. So that's really good because a new beginning, which was definitely needed here. And then we have spirit, which is the fool. Innocence, taking a chance, faith. You know, you kind of do have to look before you leap. You do have to have this moderation here, but it's good because you need that childlike innocence and faith, but at the same time you have to be smart. You have to think about things a little bit. So this is your spirit here, spiritual partnership. I have some questions. I need some clarification on a couple things, so I just wanted to see the bottom of the deck. Ace of Cups. The beginning of emotions, beginning of love, the beginning of a new emotional path. So we have the Ace of Swords. That's Gemini, and then we have the Ace of Cups. So that has something to do with that over there. The Chariot. 5, 6, 7. So there's 7. So that's today. So taking the lead, taking charge, holding on to the reins, staying on course. Staying on course. See, that's you, Gemini, right there. Black horse, white horse. Focused, not focused. Wanted to go this way, wanted to go that way. I feel like that is, there's the bottom of the deck. I feel like those are the only cards that pertain to this. I feel like the rest of the cards are not a part of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my Oracle and see what Oracle has to say about this. Okay. This is the Lunar Nomad Oracle, my soul deck. I am obsessed with this deck. It never lets me down. It connects 100% of the time. Okay, it's got something to say. Definitely something to say. That's interesting. Mice, 23, 2 and 3. Patience in collaboration, communication. Bring it down to a 5, change. So 5 is Mercury, 5 is air. So of our mind, of our thinking. Whenever I get this card's also a health card, a health warning. That there's something definitely going on within Gemini, within the very close-knit family. Gemini, if this isn't about you, it's someone that you're very close to. There's a health issue going on. So, people might have been tiptoeing around this, but there's been a health concern somewhere very close-knit. Whether it's you or a mother, a father, a sibling, someone very close, very tight-knit. There's going to be a change. The Seer, 4 and 1, perseverance for the individual. 4 and 1. So we have, see here, we have moderation 1 and 4. Here we have 4 and 1. So, and then again, that's 5. Bring in the 5, which is for you, Gemini, which is Mercury and air. To see here. So right now you're experiencing that because right now you're watching this video. You're getting guidance. You're getting spiritual guidance and counseling at this moment. Looking for answers. Looking for connection. Looking for something. And again, that's change. So something is definitely going to change. I do get a little nervous when I get the health card with the death card. I never ever want to say anyone's going, to pass, but that's transition from one thing to another. But sometimes it is what it is. Sometimes when you get the health card and the death card and the new beginnings and spiritual partnership and pride and a few other things, I see an older male, a father figure, with health issues, and I can only tell you what I see. Whew. Lilies, 3. Communication with spirit. Well, lilies is the death flower. And there's male. So again, it's the male. This older male, this protector, guardian. So it's like a father, grandfather, someone who's like a father. We have 2 and 8, patience, manifestation, and coming together, 10. That's karma. This is death card, 10 and 3. Karma, 3. We have 10 and 3. We have 3. This breaks down to 13, which breaks down to 4, which is perseverance, which is this year. So this is definitely happening this year. Now I know specifically of one particular Gemini that I know that has a father figure who is not well and having health issues. So if it's not for anyone else, I know of one Gemini that this is definitely hitting home for. If it's for no one else, I don't know, but there's that at least one. You need to be strong, have the strength to, to get through. Okay. So I'm going to pull out of my charm box. Well, I'm going to do this too. I want you to look at that, and I want you to visually pick out of this charm box. There's large things you can see. If you want to comment below what you picked, I'll tell you what it represents. Because that's an interesting thing that could come about. 2. Well, there's your 2 from air. There's patience. Needing to be patient. Spiritual partnership is where it went to. Spiritual partnership. All right, next one. E. What does that represent for you, Gemini? Is it an initial? Don't know. Only you would know the answer to that. Now, here's what I'm going to say. The only way I can do this is to reach in and grab for you. I'm going to go, okay. I'm going to go past all the larger items because I can feel what the larger items are. So what I'm going to do is kind of just mix that all up. I'm going to reach in and I'm just going to grab a handful of things. And let's see what we get. Owl, wise, wisdom, mature. Definitely on that king for sure. We have the seashell representing cups, representing emotions. So we have this cup here. Here we have a filigreed heart. So a cherished heart. Cherished heart. Right there. Let's go with this one. What is this one? We have a rocking horse. So, yeah, you're definitely the child of this person, of this male. That's kind of what I feel. If it's, you know, it could be a grandfather or an uncle that were like a dad to you, but you were definitely feeling like, you know, they were the guardian, the protector over you in some aspect. This is a ring that reminds me of a heartbeat. Put on, you can see that? Heartbeat. So of the heart. So we have here the fancy, the filigreed heart, and then the heartbeat. That is there. Because we have a health issue. We have a key of love, key to open up ourselves to love. So here we have the Two of Cups and the beginning. So this one I think is here as well, where we have the beginning, the key to start this, to open ourselves up to the fact that, you know, if we lose someone that we love, it could break our hearts, but only if we let it. Focus on the fact that they had a nice long life and who they were when they were here and what you enjoyed about them while they were here, and don't focus on negative things. This key right here focuses on the negative aspect, as these are looking down, kind of going down. What we don't want to do is we don't want to focus on this negativity, on this right here, on being sick. It is what it is. That just, it is what it is. This right here is the butterfly, is transformation. So this is transforming from one thing to the next. So that's going on here. And obviously this is Christmas. So this year, maybe possibly by the end of the year. I know that's a bold statement. It's bold of me to say. I'm not saying anything. I'm simply translating what I'm getting from the cards and what I'm feeling. And you know, I don't know if I'm just picking up on one particular Gemini or not. I could be very well doing that. I don't know. But I know that this is very valid. Maybe even down to this. I'm trying to remember the father's name, but even maybe down to, oh my God, it is. Oh, wow. I think that's the middle initial, or the, yeah. That's crazy. That's really crazy. Okay. Well, Gemini, thank you for watching. Like, click, and subscribe. Do all the YouTube-y things that you do. I hope you watched this and it resonated and it connected with you. If you want a personal read, I do them for free. All you have to do is message me, comment below, and let me know you want a reading. They're 100% free. I'll get in contact with you. I like to do them over the phone. It's the second best way to connect other than in person. So if you're interested in that, please, by all means, let me know. I'll get in touch with you as soon as I can. And be sure to watch my other videos if you'd like, and my unboxings if you're interested in any other decks. And I hope that you have a really great Wednesday. Thanks for watching.